Hey guys, it's Jason. Been noticing this little hive. Actually, it's a pretty big hive. It's been one of my strongest hives ever. I've had it a couple of years. Noticing that the numbers seem to be down a little bit. Not so bad right here in the top though, which is a good thing. But I thought I'd open it up. The goldenrod's starting to bloom, so they've gentled up considerably from where we were in what some of the old timers call dearth, where it's dry and absolutely nothing is blooming. I'm really happy to say that on first cracking this thing open, I don't see any one small hive beetle. That's good. That's a very good sign. Ooh, and I also didn't think about the fact that here's my microphone right here. But these girls are being very calm. But I do want to take a look at it. It's late in the season. Oh, that's lame. I always hate it when I mash a bee, but you're almost always going to. That's not a bad sign either. This is, it's not packed out with honey, but it's not light. Now, actually, this honey super right here will stay on for the year, and it's for the winter rather. And this will be a good day for me to remove the queen excluder as well. Oh yeah, this one's nice and heavy. They'll have plenty of their own honey for the winter. That's always a goal with my hives. I try my best. There's another little scourge of the beehive, the small hive beetle. Those jokers are awful. Ooh. Okay, it's time to put some hive beetle traps in this box. Still, it's not an overwhelming number, but there are several. And the main thing I need to do is get into the grease traps and change that grease trap out that's in the bottom. I'll do a video on that on the West style bottom board. Alright, now we're in here into the brood boxes. This is where the life of the hive is. And I did splits on these, and I actually made 2 splits out of this hive. And I can see now that, again, that late season split was a mistake. And this is why. They have hardly drawn any comb on this board of foundation. It's got a little bit pulled, but not very much. So I'll be replacing some of the brood frames soon. This is not a good sign. No eggs, no larva, no brood. That's a completely empty frame. These poor girls may have, their queen may have gotten well, no, they've been too active for me to have hurt the queen in an inspection. She may have just quit laying and okay, they're pulling lots of comb on this frame, but again, I'll probably replace that with a pulled one if I can find a queen. If not, I'm going to have to combine this hive with a hive that's got a queen. I'm wearing my spectacles. I have gotten to where I cannot see eggs, and if any of you beekeepers, I mean all you beekeepers should know that it is next to impossible. I mean, you just won't find your queen a lot. But if you can see eggs, you know you've got a queen. There is some brood on this frame. But I don't think I see any eggs. Step over here into the sun just a little bit. They're very calm to be queenless. Alright, step out here, out of the shade, right quick. Okay, good sign. I got this guy into the light, and yes, this frame with brood on it also has eggs and small larvae. So we do know, we know for a fact that at least in the past 2 days there's been an active queen in here. So I'm going to reconfigure this hive just a little bit, and I'm going to move these frames that are completely pulled with comb closer in to these that do not have comb, or that don't have fully built comb. I'll just say that, and that way the queen can focus her laying right here on just a few frames. What I had done at the first of this, when I did these late season splits, which I will never do again. I know y'all are probably getting tired of me saying I'll never do late season splits again, but I'll say it again. I'll never do mid to late season splits again. And it may have just been this year, but what you do when you do a split is you go ahead and do what they call checkerboarding the frames. You put in a frame of a pulled frame, and then you put in a frame that's just foundation. And if things go well and the flow's right and everybody stays busy and lots of nectar and resources for them to get to, oh yeah, there's it's not overrun with small hive beetles, but it's got plenty in there. So we're also going to pull the tray out of this this guy and put fresh mineral oil in the tray. I may not do that today or in this video, but I'll show y'all what I'm talking about first chance I get. Oh yeah, this frame here that I didn't pull out, I can see down in here, it's covered in brood. So we've got a good active hive here, a very healthy hive. Later I'm going to see about, I'm going to do a mite inspection on all my hives. I'll show y'all that too. But yeah, we've got a good active laying queen in here. I'm not going to disturb these guys any further. Anyway, did I start on my spectacles? I think I might have started on my spectacles and then never finished. I'm almost 50. I'll be 50 in November. My old eyes don't see the eggs like they used to. But I don't know, suddenly it seems like my eyes have just gone downhill. I'm not going to go any deeper in this guy. I'm going to leave the queen excluder out because at this time of year, everything that's left for them, everything that's left is for them. So the queen can get completely through all the boxes. I'll leave this box on even though it's not hardly full at all. What they'll do with it is they'll move the honey around and take it down as they want to. But anyway, I keep getting squirreled here. Dang. That's one bad thing about wearing magnifying glasses is your depth perception goes off. But I've got me some 2x magnifying glasses here. And I run them low on my nose. Excuse me. I run them really low on my nose so I can look over them. Would you get off the edge there, girly girl? So that I can see normally over them. So, but when I want to get that magnification to see those little eggs, you know, I can look down towards my nose and through the magnifying lenses, and it's easy as can be. And you know, I tried a couple of different pairs on I think I got them at CVS or Walmart or Walgreens somewhere. They weren't but about $10. But I picked me out something that was small enough that I really couldn't see with my bare eyes. Anyway, it wound up the 2x was the right thing for me. Now, even my prescription glasses, my bifocals that I wear, whoa, I didn't even have to smoke them. There's plenty going on. They were nice and calm. That was actually enjoyable. A little enjoyable quick inspection. But anyway, back to the glasses. Even my prescription glasses wouldn't let me see in there well enough to see those eggs anymore. So these little 2x spectacles really done the trick. So if any of you guys out there like me, getting older and can't see the eggs, like I say, right now I can tell you for sure there is an active queen in there, and she is laying well. There were lots of larvae and lots of eggs. You know, the larva will tell you one thing, but seeing those eggs tells you that just in the past day or two, she made a lap around that frame and put a bunch of eggs in there. It's funny how they'll build out. There'll be your brood in the center, and then it'll be built out. You'll have larvae, and then on out to the edges of the frames, you'll have the eggs. Like I say, her pattern's a little off, but that's partially my fault because of those mid-season splits that I did and checkerboarding the frames up, thinking that they would go crazy and pull them out, and then we had a drought and nothing blooming, and I guess it's a risk you take, but I'll not be taking that risk again. I'll be doing all my splits first of spring so that they've got all summer long to recover. You guys do what you want to do, but mid-season splits, I'll not be doing those again, I don't believe. If I do, what I'll do is I'll split the entire hive. I'll just take an entire brood box off, locate my queen, leave her in one place, and add a new queen to the second brood box. But again, I don't even think I'm going to fool with it that way. I know the checkerboard method did not work this year on none of my hives. I'm going to have to go back through and put pulled brood frames back in there. But anyway, guys, that's today's business. Hope y'all are having a great weekend. I'm going to go down here and look in a couple of more of them right quick. So y'all take it easy. Jason, out.